All right, man, back again. And I feel like last time we talked, we were talking about you not loving that layoff that you had, and now here we are, and it's another layoff.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it bothersome to you? What's the thoughts there?
Man, I don't know what I have to do to make that change. I thought knocking that guy out in the first 2 minutes would have definitely changed that outcome. But this layover actually was better to me than the last one. I was able to train with Bader more, got a lot more work with him. It was just, and I focused a lot more on boxing. I obviously got a professional boxing fight coming up too, so I think just having that and being able to utilize that more and focus more on that, it kind of didn't bother me so much because I had another goals in mind, and I was training for more, and I had better training partner. Obviously being able to train with him it made me more excited to go to practice. I was more pumped to even just work out because I knew this is like a fight. It's like a hard training session, so I always look forward to things like that.
What have those conversations been like? Like with Rich or with Scott or with whoever you're having those conversations with about, hey man, like 6-7 months, it's not working for me. You need to get me in there every 3 or 4 months.
Well, that's the problem. I talked to them about it, and they're like, yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then, 3 months down the road, I'm like, yo, what's up? I haven't heard anything from you. And I hit them up again, and it's like, oh, yeah, well, we got this, and that. And I know, I know it's hard for them. I don't know what it's like in their position as a job. I want them to know that I'm hungry and I'm ready to fight. And I think that's the main thing, for me is just, it's keeping me active.
Like you said, in the interim this time around, at least, you feel like you're probably growing a lot more than you did.
Oh, I made
between.
another. I made more leaps and bounds in my training camp. Just being able to train and have Ryan Bader there to utilize him as my partner.
Sure. Talk to me a little bit about Rudy, because this is a little bit of an interesting story in this one. I mean, you guys did some training together and trained with your brother, right? And
yeah, we didn't do any MMA training. We used to wrestle with each other.
You did wrestle.
Wrestling back in the day when we were kids, but
you did wrestle once in a wrestling match in college.
Yes,
too,
in college. Yeah, we wrestled once in college.
So has it made this whole thing a little bit weird or bizarre? Or has it been so long that it doesn't even register for you?
It's been over 10 years. Like I'm not that same guy. I'm sure he's not the same guy. So it makes, to me, it wouldn't matter who was in front of me. It's an opponent. The face name means nothing to me. I got one objective: knock you out, beat you up.
Even if there's weird little parallels and interesting backstories and with your brother and all that stuff, that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I could fight my brother. I mean, it would take a lot of money, but I would fight my brother, and I would totally take away the fact that this is my twin brother. Like it's a fight. And then once you go down those other roads of, oh, I know this guy and this, now you're not focused. Now your mind's not on the objective anymore.
Have you gone and looked at anything of him from his past couple fights? I mean, I know.
Oh yeah, I watched his past fights. Yeah, I watched.
What do you make of him? Besides the fact that he's been able to finish a couple guys, I mean, you're a finisher too. So sort of, what do you take out of what you've seen from him?
He's a quick starter. He obviously likes to get out of the first round quick. I think that's based on his body type, size, and his conditioning. I think he's gonna have to come quick and try to get it out of there fast. I don't see him trying to stretch this fight out to the third. I don't think he wants to get to the second round. So I think I'm gonna see a lot out of him in the first 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're gonna see his levels go down. And if he makes it, if we continue to go, that's when you're gonna see my pressure go really up a lot, because I know at that point he's tired and he's gonna start breaking.
Sure. You guys have a similar level of competition, similar build, similar background, I guess, stylistically. Do you feel like he's a step up in competition? I mean, maybe you're not getting as many fights as you want to right now, but do you feel like him as an opponent is a step up in competition in terms of what you need to prove to the guys at the top here?
Yeah, I think he's a little step up in competition. I definitely think he brings some dangerous things to the table that no one else has presented in front of me before. So I definitely think he is a step up in competition in that aspect. But when I was specifically looking for more competition, I wanted somebody with a lot more experience than me, somebody that would be more comfortable. I still think even for us, it's still a little edgy because of us wrestling and stuff and having that thing. So I think that gives him a little bit more to like motivation. But no, I think he definitely is a little step up in competition just with how he fights. He's a heavyweight that doesn't wait. He rushes pressure. He doesn't wait for the fight to come. He takes the fight to you. So that's something I haven't really dealt with yet. So I think there's obviously some dangerous aspects that I have to be aware of, but I look at like tactics and skills, and if he just I haven't seen much of those from him. So That's why I don't think he's that much dangerous, because I footwork, head movement. No, I don't see any of those things for him. Even punching and stepping at the same time is difficult for him. So that's what I look at. That's why I said I'm not so much dangerous, but we're 265-pound men with 4-ounce gloves on. Anybody can be knocked
Sure.
down and hurt. It doesn't take a precise punch to hurt somebody in the sport. You can whip it and it just catches them. And
I feel like this is the one that hopefully puts you over the top with Scott, with Rich, and get you that next level of guy with a lot more experience.
Yeah,
the kind of opponent that could.
Yeah, I hope this can.
Picture,
I hope this can catapult my career and my name to really make something for it at this point. I would love to take out another household name. I think that's what you work for when you're a prospect working up. You kind of keep beating other prospects or guys to just show that you're improving. And then this guy's another 6-0 guy, so I think this is kind of like, okay, here's another little challenge. He's hungry. He doesn't want to lose either. He hasn't had a loss yet. So I think that right there is another thing. They just want to see how do I deal with that? How do I deal with fighting someone that I know a little bit? Maybe he's a little tougher. He's going to come after Tyrell. Let's see how Tyrell deals with that. And then I think they'll go back and look at it from there. But other than that, I don't know. That's not my job. My job is to go out there, knock them out, and then let them decide. So hopefully my performance is excellent and gets me where I want to go.